Welcome, Connie.
Thank you.
Do you hear us well? Yes.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual Venture Cafe. I would like to introduce our presenters today. Today we have with us Agneta, Schaap-Oziemlak, and Jan Renken of Buyer-Inspired Think Tank. They've been speaking at the Venture Cafe during this year and sharing power statements with us and teaching us how to write a power statement. And today we're going to talk about personal branding, how to stand out from the crowd. And without further ado, Agneta and Jan, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So my name is Agneta Schaap-Oziemlak, and following actually what we're going to facilitate today and help you out find a way how to stand out and how to present your uniqueness to all the audience which you're going to stand in front of, or you're going to present yourself. In that case, I prepared actually my own unique introduction, which is different from previous time. So I was born as an Agile, extensively trained as a scientist to become an independent thinker. And finally, but not last and not at least, I'm building my unique experience as an Agile female coach. So that's about me and my uniqueness. So Jan, floor is yours.
Thank you. My name is Jan Vrenken, and it's a typically Dutch name. And I'm the owner of Moya Potential Activation. And what we do is to activate the potential, or maybe even more the unused potential of people or teams in an organization. And who am I? Well, I am good in creativity and also being perceived as an inspirational person. And what I am good at is to let's say, to create movement in people to start their personal development. And that's why I matter.
Yes, and with this, I think a unique introduction which we prepared for you this time for this workshop today. We would like to bring on actually more knowledge and experience which we build about personal branding, and going and diving more now in the personal branding field, which tremendously develop in America. So you guys already are very, I think, masterized personal branding. But for those people which are not yet very much experienced or never realize how personal branding can contribute to their personal development and professional career, it's important to realize that currently the human population is about 7.8 billion people, and each of us, not only not based on genetics, we are or maybe have the same DNA, but phenotypically and based on our behavior and our origin, in which families we were born, we're all very unique, all the 7.8 billion people. And personal branding, what it is about is actually to come out of this crowded folk, and I put here the red man, really from the back, which I think it's already a very big challenge, not just come from front to stand out for yourself, but really from the back, come out and present yourself. And importantly, presenting yourself, what does it really mean? It means that you really matter in this crowded 7.8 billion folk on which is currently on Earth. So that's what I think the essence of personal branding is. And Jan can tell you now why personal branding is so important.
Yeah, good question. Why is it so important? Maybe another question would be, how do you want to be perceived by others? Because if you get the answer to that, you can see if that is the way you would like to present yourself to others. And you see here Google. It would be a nice exercise for yourself. If you Google your name and then see how you are presented, what Google presents. That's who you are and what you are. But you also, of course, can ask other people how they perceive you. And you is your personality, is your great talents, your great skills, your qualities. And so how do you demonstrate your unique skills and your knowledge to others? How do they perceive you? But it also creates, if you can present your strongest qualities and your great talents, it also will lead to multiple opportunities. You will not have to search for them because those opportunities will come to you. It will also create a stronger trust to your audience. People believe more in you, but also you believe stronger in yourself. You feel yourself much more confident if you know what your talents and your qualities are, and if you can, let's say, demonstrate them to others. And of course, besides making it, it strengthens your portfolio, it especially makes you more unique. And more unique means also that you can, let's say, differ from others or from competition. That's why your personal branding is, well, yes, very important. So how do you want to be perceived? And how do others perceive you? If that's in balance, then you could say, okay, everybody sees who I really am. Yes? Okay, Agneta.
Yes, and coming back, of course, to this personal branding in terms of how you demonstrate your skills or present your unique skills and knowledge. It's important today to use personal power statement as a basically a statement which can differ indeed can become or became actually for us also as a coaches working on personal power statements through all multiple already sessions in Venture Cambridge, that it became a new formula actually for personal branding, because it does represent your unique skills, something which is more in your inner DNA, something which exposing your uniqueness, not just for yourself but also to others. But to be able to create this unique personal statement or unique way of in personal branding, you need to also again change the way you look at yourself, because if you change the way you look at yourself, you will change. But in this perspective, you have to look at yourself, that you can see what is so unique about yourself compared to others. So that's, or if other people can actually recognize what's so much unique about yourself. So that's what Jan says, how others perceive you in terms of what's unique about you, but what you feel as a person, what's unique so much about yourself as a person. So I think Jan can now a little bit summarize the journey which we already did with you before with the Venture Cambridge community on power statement, and how we actually end up in the stage where we use power statement as a new formula for personal branding.
Yes. Well, as I said, in fact, a personal power statement is the words that reflect who you from your inner are, your unique skills, your unique talent, the real person who you would like to be and express to others. In fact, that's the words that reflect who you are. That's what we would like to achieve. And So you could say, so what? Well, so what? If you better know who you are, you can better connect to other people. And if you better can connect to other people, you can become a stronger team. And as a stronger team, of course, you can be much more effective and successful in the creation of whatever. That's what we would like to achieve, and also with a better feeling. Now, what we do is to do that in a 4-step kind of journey, in a 4-step session program to grow from who am I, what is my strongest and resilient mind. We grow in a second session to an agile journey as a team, and where we go in the second step from personal power statement to a more team power statement. Because if you add up in a team all these personal power statements, then you can create a team power statement in which every person feels part of that, feels a stronger connection to that team. So that's what we do. And the third step, what you can see in this slide, is to think even more as a team out of the box, to think like Leonardo da Vinci, who was always thinking out of the box, but also every time connecting things from Mother Nature to, let's say, a painting or whatever. And the last session number 4, is how to stand out. How to stand out and to, let's say, brand your personality. That's what we do in these 4 sessions. And the sessions are really a journey. So making a personal power statement and saying that's it, of course, that's not the situation. Every time you have to develop it, because you find new words that reflect your feeling, that reflect your talents. And that's why it is a journey. Yes.
Yes, so as you can see, as a let's say end point of this journey, there is, of course, power statements served already us, which you also had chance, the ones which participated in previous workshop, to give you personal boost in these difficult COVID times. But power statement today, which we're going to also facilitate exercise with you, is to actually make your personal brand. So to create your personal brand or make your brand new identity. And somebody would say, well, of course, we have a lot of tools to develop our personal branding. But power statement, I think it's one of, when I look through how many tools have been developed for personal branding, can be one of the relatively easy, accessible, and easy ways, very quick, also in time efficient ways, to step into making your first personal branding or building for the first time your personal brand. Even you've heard it about, but you never did it this before, or you never created your personal brand. So power statement is really can play a really important function here in this process of creating your personal brand, or a footprint, personal footprint, or branding yourself. So that's important to realize that this tool can become very very useful. So now standing, of course, in front of this journey, which Jan explained it to you just before, it's important to realize, well, how I'm going to do it, how I should get prepared for it, and how much time this can take, because creating this personal branding is not just one day exercise. It can take even years. And I think a beautiful story and pitch which Jan prepared for you can very nicely show you how he created his power statement and how much actually time and effort and experience took to develop this power statement, which is actually I matter. So Jan, please tell us more about the background story, how you created your actually personal branding, so power statement, which is representing here I Matter, personal branding for yourself.
Yes, thank you, Agneta. If you go to the next slide, please. Thank you, yes. Well, imagine this, and I'm going to share my personal story about, let's say, my personal power statement at this moment, but where it started. It's a time to adversity. Imagine this, I was a small boy living in a very small, I would say, hamlet with only around 500 people living over there in Sleenaken. It's a very small town, as I said, or hamlet. And I was a farmer's boy. I have 6 brothers and 1 sister, so it's quite a big family. But imagine that, you go to school and you're a farmer's boy, and you're sitting next to, let's say, the mayor's daughter. The mayor's daughter gets all the attention. You, because you are just a simple farmer's boy, don't get that attention of the teacher. So you feel very small. And imagine that after many years, you create this feeling that you are less important. You feel kind of Calimero. You feel kind of Calimero because they are better, they are more important, I am not so important. So that's what you create. I created in my mind. They are much more important, I am not. So what happens if you move from this very small town in the age of 11 years to the big apple of the world, in my mind, which is Maastricht. And Maastricht was, at that time, there were living around 120,000 people. Still then, my feeling became stronger. People from the city are much more important and smarter and cleverer and etc. than I am. I'm just a simple boy coming from the small town and not so important. That's what was created in my mind. So can you imagine if that's what is going on in my mind, that this drives my behavior. I was always in this behavior that they are much more important. Now imagine that if you go to school, you have the same feeling. The boys and girls going to school from this town are much more smarter and better than I am. Now what happens if you go to work after school? Then you go to work and you think, whoa, these people are much more important than I am. That's what's happening. And then on one day I was sitting with my peers in the Netherlands. We had the same job function. Next slide, Agneta. Next, yes, thank you. I was sitting in a national meeting with them, and I had a problem because I had a feeling I was not fit for the job. I couldn't keep up with all the work we had to do. So on this one day, I asked my peers, do you also have that problem? Do you maybe have some solutions? And then when they started to talk, the first one said, I don't have that problem, Jan. The second also not. But after, let's say, half an hour, every person said, I have the same problem. I also cannot catch up on this massive work. And at that moment, I was thinking, whoa, they have the same problem. I thought they were smarter, they were better. I am not so good. At that moment, it was that really moment that I got so much sensation in my body. And I was really angry with myself. I was angry with them. I was disappointed. I was sad. I had, let's say, all kinds of negative emotions you can imagine. They were at that moment in me. And I felt really nervous, etc., but also aggressive. Because at that moment, I realized that the world in my head, my perception, was not the truth. Because the truth was different. And the truth was that I am at least as good as my peers were. And they were not better but I made in my head that they were better. and that I was not so smart and not so clever and not so important. That was in my head. So at that moment, that was a really, really, really shock. You could also say it was a wake-up call. Yes, Agneta? It was kind of a wake-up call. And at that moment, I realized my world will crumble down. So after that, weeks after that, I was thinking about my inner voice saying that they were the experts. And I transformed that into, I am at least as good as they are, at least. And I got this feeling like throwing off a coat with limitations. I sometimes also had the feeling I am even better. And that was the moment that I created my very short power statement, I matter, I matter. And also now, if I say that, I feel it. It's my feeling. It reflects my talents, my qualities, etc. It reflects also who I am, who I want to be. And with that, this drives my behavior. And this drives my behavior and brings me to, let's say, the goals I have in my life, in my job, etc. And that's why a personal power statement helps you to express your feeling, to let, you could almost say, let your body talk. Give words to your body and let your body talk. Next slide, Agneta. So in general, to wrap it up, you could say that a personal power statement represents your uniqueness as a person, who you are. It reflects your unique talents and qualities. But it also feels great. Every time I say I matter, I feel my DNA talking, and it feels great. But it also gives me confidence, stronger confidence, and gives me strength. And this is what makes me stand out to others, to the world, to you. So that's my personal story. That's how I came to my personal power statement, how my body talks, and how I, let's say, present myself to the world. So that's my story as an example, and to, let's say, inspire you.
Yes. And I think what Jan is very modest about, well, it took him, as you could see, at least 10 years, right, Jan, to build it up to such short version, I matter. But the story behind, if you listen to it, makes it even stronger. And I think that's how Jan can stand out from the crowd and present himself really with this deepest emotion when he's spelling I matter. So take home message is that even you are, really in the back of this crowd from all the 7.8 billion people, and you want to feel unique because each of us is unique and you want to discover this uniqueness. It's important to realize and develop this feeling that you also matter, you also unique, because you are unique, you also matter, but also importantly that you are proud to make a difference. So that's something which I hope in this coming soon now exercise we're going to facilitate and help you out to discover your uniqueness. And hopefully you will develop this feeling, I matter, I'm unique, and I am proud to make a difference, to use my unique skills to actually make a difference. So this we would like to bring it on again with, Jan already mentioned our great inspiring already mind for also creative way, creative thinking. Some people call it whole brain thinking, using actually the senses to sharpen and refine yourself, refine your uniqueness, because through the senses, you can refine it really deep. So to create this unique version of yourself, we would like to ask you to perform short exercise today, and short meaning 3 minutes. So to also avoid overthinking about yourself. And what we would like to exactly ask you is to first prepare pen and the paper from a technical perspective, so that you are ready to perform this exercise. And then take a deep breath, close your eyes, and think about the moment which brought you the best professional achievement. And that's where we would like that you dive in while you have closed eyes. And afterwards, think about 8 words which describe your talents, actually your unique values and characteristics from this moment. And then select 4 which are the most unique. And then create 1 sentence which will automatically, hopefully, differentiate you from others. And as a final stage, we would like to ask you to demonstrate your uniqueness and personal branding, to bring it in social media, to place it on the LinkedIn, which is one of the most, I think, important professional portals, and share it with the online community on LinkedIn, and also see how much impact this can bring. So knowing this, I would like to ask you to prepare the pen and paper and really dive in the exercise. And the time is 3 minutes. So please really close your eyes and enliven this moment, and think about these 8 words which describe your talents, your unique values. So this time starts now. I'll just give you now a few seconds to finish up, and we'll start actually looking into the process of making your unique power statement today. So I think the exercise, the time is over. And for you guys which are not yet finished, and also for those who finished, please also put your unique power statement regarding your personal branding in the chat box, so we can also catch up with all of you. And Jan would like to introduce some magic object to you, which will hopefully bring you to the other version of you, the unique version of you.
Yes, yes. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I have the magic ball as a former basketball player. Who can I throw the ball to? To the person who says, yes, this is my personal power statement and I would like to share that with you verbally. Who can I throw it to? Who wants to catch a ball?
Yeah, please feel free to use the raise your hand function here, just a reaction. So just a thumbs up or clap your hands so we can see if you would like to participate or if you would like to just listen in.
I'm going to ask just a person, Charlie Ruth Castro. Would you like to share with us?
Hi, yes. Well, I wrote in my native language, that is Spanish, but I'll try to translate it. I choose these 8 words and I try to create something. I define myself as a global connector, able to inject energy and resilience and pragmatism to new endeavors. That's like my superpower.
Whoa.
Wow, great. I like the injection. I like the injection. It's really bringing it on.
Yeah, it's like a shoot. Where I arrive, people remember that I am there.
And Charlie, if you read it and you close your eyes, do you also feel it then? Do you feel your words?
Yes,
Yes,
I do.
Then it's a perfect power statement. Compliments.
Yes.
Thank you. I feel
applause for you.
LinkedIn. Thank you.
Who would you like to pass the ball to?
Oh yes, I would love to pass it to, let me see. Alison Danninghouse. Or Claudia Diaz.
Claudia. Claudia is not fully active at this moment. Who is active and would like to share his power statement?
His personal branding, yeah.
Oh, I can see we have Frank. Frank is raising his hand.
Oh,
Okay.
Great, Frank.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yes.
Frank.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well.
Great. I can't see my picture, but I assume it's okay. So I'm going to use a personal branding statement that I actually invented some time ago, and I was using your exercise to try and expand beyond that. But for today's purposes, I thought I would share it. And I arrived at it by asking myself, what is it that I do, whether people pay me or not? And the phrase that I came up with was helping people understand and manage complicated things.
Okay, great. That's not in I version, but it's still, that's what you said, a very interesting mindset where you look more in business-wise manner, you know, what people pay you or what people are satisfied and use your services. So great.
Right. Well, I got there because I was thinking, well, I do this at work, but what is it I do when I'm not at work? And I was figuring out photography things, computer things, the news, and I just liked figuring out things and then helping other people understand them, and then figuring out a strategy. So I'm not sure it's the best statement, but I wanted to try it. So you're
yeah. Please put it also, Frank, in the chat box. So that's
yes.
also.
I will do that.
Well,
So
Frank, to answer your question, is it a perfect statement? If you feel it, if you feel the words, then it's a perfect statement. And it's not definitive. You can always change it. You will always find new words that better reflect your feeling. So you replace words or maybe parts of your sentence. And that's what it is about. It's a journey.
Right.
yes,
Yeah, and this one's really stuck with me a long time, but it's really interesting to look at it again because I'm at a new transition point. And so it's very helpful to say, okay, how would I change it? How would I update it? What's new?
Yes.
Yeah, because it reflects this personal branding statement we just presented. It reflects, you know, your current state of mind or maybe past state of mind. But of course, we all changing, we all grow.
Right.
So you are on continuous improvement in a way, curve.
Right.
And please also practice it. And that's what also Jan said. That's what I try to also make it very clear here, that we're not looking for perfect people. We look for uniqueness in everybody, which everybody has, but not everybody discover it yet. And that's what power statement really helps you to focus on your unique abilities, unique talents. So thanks a lot. And please don't focus on being perfect.
Right.
And if you not focus on being perfect, but you focus what makes you so unique, what you think about yourself, because we are the best experts. I mean, we know the most about ourselves, not other people, but we are the basically representing our own personal knowledge about ourselves. So that's where it's important to dive in and really concentrate on, but not of being perfect. That's something which we try to stay always away from, because this word became very sometimes a word which brings people into wrong path of personal development because they want to be perfect.
Yes.
So
and about that, Frank, you can, if you want to be perfect, then it means that you, let's say, tune in on the outer world,
right,
on your environment. Finding your branding is tuning in on your talents. So that's in your inner. That's and if you find your inner, if you find the words that reflect your talents and your qualities, that is then how you can, let's say, present yourself, your best version in the best way to others. That's important. And sometimes, because I matter is my personal power statement, it took me indeed years to come to only these two words. And if I say these words, I feel my body talking. I feel my body. And that's, let's say, that's the personal power statement, the personal branding. And so it can take maybe many years to find your real strongest or best power statement. Yes. And when to start, well, it differs per person. You can start from thinking from your work and think, okay, what is my best? Or from your private situation, or just for me was my childhood. It was my childhood.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Frank. Great. Thanks for sharing in chat box. Jan, can you use again your magic ball? Hopefully this will. We are all very curiosity-driven people and curious as a coaches to learn about your uniqueness here.
Who would like to catch a ball?
Oh, I can see Claudia is ready.
Hello.
Yes? Oh, great, Claudia.
Yeah, finally I've complete mine.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a phrase, like something that I feel like if I share, maybe people will feel encouraging, right? So it's like more about stepping outside of your comfort zone will be always a win-win. So that's something like always, like just the explanation is like always that you have questions, just ask and learn all the time. I have questions all the time, but I think that's the good way to learn and just discover new things.
Great, thank you.
So you develop agile mind with looking for, or actually curiosity driven by all these questions which you have, or based on questions which you have, right? That's what is that something right which I'm feeling here? Because that's what also is about agile mindset, is an agile mind.
Yeah, exactly. So like I feel that my field is marketing, and you can apply marketing to everything, any topic, any industry, everything. So all the times you have a lot of questions, like what is this about? How can we like know better about clients? You know, like there are a lot of questions all the time. So I discovered like you don't have to feel afraid to have questions or ask questions, because it's always a win-win. You will learn something new all the time. That could be like a personal statement that I feel it's really like from my point of view, and I think it's been working for a while.
So you are question-driven personality. That's what I would say.
Curiosity.
Question, because question becomes very important here. So great. Thank you very much. Especially, power statement here in this personal branding can become also extremely important in marketing, how you market yourself to others. And I think important thing is that this is something which really makes you feel unique. This is extremely important, that this uniqueness there is present. These are not just the words, again, which you just use because other people are using it, or they seem to be powerful words. But as soon as they become very personalized words, that's what actually this personal branding through making a personal power statement will become actually very effective in the end. So if any other people would like to share it in chat box, I see some things coming, some feedbacks also, that some people, Holly, still works on her power statements. I don't know if Holly, are you ready maybe already?
Sure, I could share mine. I just I'm on my phone. I don't usually use my phone. I don't know what I don't know what you see right now. Anyway, but I have connecting people into networks to further grow their opportunities, because I kind of market people. Yes, so that's what I do. So, and that's what gives me joy, and that's what I really enjoy that. Helping them find opportunities and find connections.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Great.
Thanks for your exercise. Great.
So this uniqueness comes actually from things which you really discover that you really like, right? So that's also some other flavor of how to find your unique skills, something which you really like a lot. So Jan, you already want to promote, so thank you again, Holly.
Yes, because Mike wants to share his statement.
Yes.
First of all, good afternoon, and thank you, Holly, and everyone for sharing that. And I started with the exercise, and I started going from a business professional route. And by that, I really kind of shifted into a personal route. And I really thank you guys for this exercise. With that being said, my sentence is, I'm an established business professional with a talent for bringing a creative and innovative thought process that can help many accepting people to achieve their own success through happiness and optimism.
Okay,
and then
great.
I talked about simplifying. I'm an optimist.
Oh, great. I wish that you would start from I'm optimist, but I will give you a challenge, because we also perform in this class and workshops to give people challenge. I ask actually to create one sentence, but the sentence which you created, it covers so many different things. So please try to now, as a challenge for you, which I like to give you, practice it even after the workshop, and try to find which of this let's say, personal branding, which you told us about, is really the essence. Where's the essence? Because there's a lot of content there. So that's the challenge I'm giving you.
It's excellent. Thank you. And
great. Thank you. But thank you for sharing it. And please also...
we have one more person ready to share. Oh, sorry for interrupting. Sorry.
Oh, no. Please.
I can see Colin Lam raising their hand. Would you like to unmute yourself and share your personal statement with us?
Hey, nice to meet you guys. Yeah, so my personal statement is I'm a driven visionary who empathizes with, empowers, and unifies people. So that's what I came up with in this exercise.
Whoa, great.
Wow, that's very
really great.
I would love to share too. I rarely share. I'm always in the background, but this is so inspiring. So Aneta, would you mind if I share too?
No, please.
Oh,
I
sure.
would not stop you. Of course, only times can stop us, but please also put this in the chat box so we can able to really catch it and save it in this beautiful moment, actually, which we are experiencing now. But is it possible that you can stand up and present your personal branding via your brand new power statement?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I mean, it's difficult to stand up.
Oh, it's difficult.
Here,
okay.
But I can like, you know, raise my head and.
Oh,
okay,
that would be
what
great.
I have here from the
So create some movement.
Sure.
Movement.
Yes. So I am a creative professional passionate about connecting people and facilitating meaningful and impactful partnerships.
Great. Wow.
Thank you. This was so inspiring. Thank you very much.
It sounded like you already knew it a few days ago.
Can you imagine that what happens if in a team every person has his own power branding, his own statement? If you all collect them together and out of that create a team power statement, and in that team power statement each person can find himself back in that power statement, feels connected, feels I am part of this team. Can you imagine that this team becomes really resilient, really strong, really powerful, really successful? Well, that's
and really unique, Jan, because that's
really unique
all going back to this collective uniqueness.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's unique team, and that's what makes it, I think, the strongest. And let the team stand out. So for those guys which you could not yet, or you are not ready with your personal power statements, please, I would like to ask you to bring it to the chat box. So we have beautiful representation of all your unique personal branding power statements. And don't forget to place it on LinkedIn, because we are still very curious with Jan, what is actually the motion, as Jan said, placing your unique power statement is driving also change in your behavior, but also placing on social media can really attract many different opportunities for you guys. So we are very curious about this process, which happens after this workshop, after tomorrow or in the future. But I think for this, because of time restraints, we have to unfortunately move on. So don't stop creating your brand new you, like in Alicia Keys' song, which I love a lot. Which is very inspiring, and please bring it and present to people. Please play with it to really make it very, very unique and important for yourself. So with this, I would like to actually thank you all. I think that's our thank you slide. Thank you all for great participation.
Sorry to ask you, can everybody see the slide? Because I cannot. Is everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, we can all see the slides. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yes. So thank you very much for sharing this with us, for already standing out in front of us, so all the other participants, and present it. That's already first step, how to put yourself out there. And that's already what also I think that was already mentioned, to stretch yourself, to put yourself out of comfort zone. That's also another perspective you can think about, standing out and presenting yourself. This means that you also come out of your comfort zone. So that's something which please keep stretching out and practice too. That's really important, and hopefully this will bring you great opportunities. As Jan said, build trust, make yourself knowable, likable, trustable, all the things which you think of. We wish you the best with this personal branding power statement. And I think with this, I would like to, I think if Jan would like to comment a little bit about full program, which we also prepare for you for online, if you would like to further explore it on Power Statement, on the journey. So Jan, can you please tell us something more about our program?
Yes, what we, as I said before, just to drink some water. As I said before, we have done various programs on this personal power statement to create a personal power statement and a team power statement. We do that in 4 sessions, which are highly interactive. And of course, now with Corona, we do that in a webinar version. And you also get a certificate. So we do that with a team together at minimum 6 people and at maximum 10 people, because we don't want to do that with big teams, but so that everybody gets enough attention. And our first session will start in January 2021. So if you are interested, please send us an email, get in touch with us so that we can discuss the possibilities. You can also go to our website, which you can see below, to sign in for the program, to register on the box. I want to send it this link to via the chat. Let me see if I can do that. It's not possible, but I sent. So
yeah, I'm typing it because that's
yes? Okay.
not a problem.
Great.
Yes.
Right. So if you are interested, please contact us, get in touch with us, that and see how you can participate. Or maybe you have ideas to do that together with your team. That's also possible.
Yes. So
Question?
with this, yes, with this, we would like to, of course, also driven by curiosity and question-based personalities or question-driven personalities, we would like to ask you if you have any questions to us, it's our burning questions, because I think we have like 5 minutes for questions, burning questions.
If not, then I have one question. Was your time spent well enough in this session? Did you spend your time well enough in this session?
Yeah, and please feel free to reply with reactions or just type something in chat. I can see there are a lot of people saying that they enjoyed the session. They're thanking you and they're saying that it's fantastic exercise, and they're thanking you for their exercise. It's
Right.
really great. You made us all look into our inner selves.
Great.
So I'm looking at what people are here saying.
Enjoyed the session. Thank you. Love the statements. Thank you, Sally. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Sally. Thank you also, Holly. Yeah, great presentation. Thanks, and let's connect. Yeah, that's we are very happy to connect. We are also global connectors, especially nowadays. That gives us enormous opportunity to connect to all of you guys,
Yes.
if you wish for.
Great.
Oh,
Thank you.
there is a question whether you could share the slides with people who participated, whether these slides are available somewhere, or if you could direct them to the place to learn more.
Yeah, I think that overall there will be recording, right, available with the slides.
Yeah, so we are
So-
recording. We don't unfortunately have time to post everything online, but if you're interested, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to share the raw recording with you if you would like to review.
Yes, we can also place recording on our website or actually make it available through email request. So also please feel welcome to write us email.
Yeah, if you could please put your email in the chat, and I
Yes.
am adding mine too.
Yes.
So I'm with Innovation Studio Venture Cafe in Cambridge, innovationstudio.org. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to connect you with Agneta and Jan.
Yes.
Great.
So thank you guys. Stay healthy. And today, I think this is our, I think the last session this year. So if we don't see you guys, we wish you not only health, but a lot of great achievements in your personal branding, building your inner voice stronger and stronger, and let it stand out for personal branding to create more opportunities. And we are very happy to come back in January to Venture Cafe for Venture Cambridge community, and and facilitate this great workshops with you further, with new themes and new programs and new workshops.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for sharing your presentation, your insights, and making us all work on our personal branding a little bit. It's always great having you. We love having you at the Venture Cafe. And we know that this is quite late over in the Netherlands. As you may know, our presenters, they're joining from very far, from across the ocean. And this is all happening thanks to coronavirus. I'm joking. Thanks to their willingness to share their expertise with us so late at night. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
The rest of your night.
Yeah, and best wishes for New Year.
Thank you. We actually have a marketing trivia tonight, starting at 5. So if you're available, any of you, please feel free to join. The link is on our website. As you log in, you'll see the link, and join us. We'll have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Okay,
Carly.
great.
Have a great rest of the night.
Yes, I will definitely join for the 3rd December, right? The online market.
Please do. That would be great.
Thanks a lot again. And Julia, could you please stand for a minute after?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, that would be great.